Hi, I'm Drew Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Join me as I'm fighting cancer with fitness. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and press the bell button so you can get the latest updates and notifications from me, Drew Flex. Today we're going to talk about World Mental Health Day. So without further ado, let's do this. This week we observe World Mental Health Day, which is observed every year on the 10th of October. The theme for this year's World Mental Health Day is preventing suicide. According to the World Health Organization, every 40 seconds someone loses their life to suicide. That amounts to around 800,000 people a year who die by taking their own life. It's also worth noting that for every successful suicide, there are 20 attempts. And for everyone who has attempted suicide before, they will go on to make further attempts. So their risk factors for taking their own life or attempting to take their own life increased. So these people do need to be supported and need to be monitored so that they're not at further risk of taking their own lives. It's also worth noting that suicide is the second most common form of death in young people aged between 15 to 29 years old. And there should be a raft of things that we can do to help prevent this. Looking at things like early interventions in schools and also educating parents and guardians to look out for the signs and symptoms of propensity to have low moods, depression, mental ill health, and other factors that may lead to self-harming or serious suicide attempts. Also looking at socioeconomic factors that could impact on young people's perception of themselves and also on their mood. And also looking at social media platforms and cyberbullying, and also looking at how young people interpret images of themselves on social media and its links to self-esteem. Thinking about patients who have been diagnosed with cancer, a report this year by Hansen, Brock and Charnock et al. Found that 20% of those patients who've been newly diagnosed with cancer are at increased risk of wanting to take their own lives, to commit suicide. This is particularly so within the first 6 months of diagnosis, when ongoing monitoring is really essential to capture whether or not people are at high risk of wanting to end their own lives, and then trying to put some systems in place to help support those who have just been diagnosed with an illness such as cancer. This is the most critical period where we really do need to pay close attention to their psychological needs. So I've got 9 ways here, and there could be more, but these are 9 ways that I would like to suggest how you can look after your own mental health. The first one would be talking about your feelings. Now, this might seem like an obvious one, but some people have real difficulty with communicating their feelings, and sometimes a first word by someone else, like "How are you doing today?" might be a gateway for someone who may have a lot of these hard to discuss feelings. Just hearing that somebody is actually interested in what they have to say may be a gateway for them to be able to express themselves. Keeping active is another one. It helps to boost your self-esteem, helps your concentration, and also helps you to sleep. Now, keeping active could be things like going for a walk, or as in my case, going to the gym, or maybe going to some form of physical exercise. Also remember that it increases your endorphins, it releases those, and also increases your serotonin as well. So these are things that are needed to give you that boost, give you that energy. Eating well. Now, I'm not talking about, having like burgers, pizzas, feel-good food, but eating well, eating a well-balanced diet of nutritional food that will support not only your energy levels, but will also support your healing, your physical and your emotional healing. Drink sensibly. Water, as we all know, has many health benefits, helps to flush out the system, helps to keep you hydrated. Also, reducing the amount of alcohol you drink, if you do drink alcohol, is very important. Alcohol is a depressant. Alcohol is also not very good for other parts of your body, such as your liver, your heart, blood pressure. So trying to keep a balance of drinks that are good for you, juicing, blending of natural fruits, vegetables, drinking things like milk even, and increasing your water intake. Keeping in touch. Keeping in touch with friends or relatives or people that are in your life that care about you can really help with not feeling isolated. It helps to have a sense of belonging and knowing that someone is there on the other end of the line whenever you feel as though you're alone and you feel as though you need to talk and to get things off your chest. Ask for help. Now, this probably goes with number one that I talked about, talking about your feelings, and this can be very difficult for some people, but asking for help is the first step in being able to receive any kind of support. Now, sometimes people may be embarrassed, sometimes people may feel as though they want to try and figure things out for themselves, sometimes it might be pride that they don't want to accept help, but there are people and there are organisations out there that can help you if you are feeling low in mood, you're feeling that you're lacking motivation, or you may be feeling that you may want to end your own life. So it's very important that you do reach out and ask for help. Take a break. Now, we all know how important sleep is for actual, in my case, of building muscle, but also taking a break in terms of sleep is also good for recharging your mind and for your mood and for all over physical performance and physical well-being. But also taking a break, even if it's during the day, to just sit back, reflect, and just think about what has happened in your morning, what's probably happening in the here and now, and just being in touch with what's around you. It's a good way to relax yourself and to be able to think about your next steps and think about problem solving if there are any issues that are going on with you. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the content, and also to let you know that if you have any worries, queries or concerns about mental health for you or for anyone else, you can contact Mind, you can contact Sane, you can contact Time for Change for more information, or you could get in touch with your GP as the first point of call, or you could look up any one of the mental health services in your local area. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and press the bell button so you can get the latest updates and notifications from me, Drew Flex. I am Drew Flex, and until next time, stay flexing.